Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Pwny Montana, and today I am bringing you guys my Madden 20 game review. Now I am reviewing the beta. This isn't the full copy of the game. This is the beta that EA launched on the 14th, June 14th till the 16th. That literally for me, it ended 12 hours ago, or 10 hours ago from the time I'm recording this. Yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, comment down below, because this will be a pretty decent discussion that we can finally have on Madden 20, because you know we're obviously all waiting for Madden 20 to pop out. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking a lot this video, and honestly that's what the next few videos are going to be. I will be dropping some Madden 19 gameplay before Madden 20 comes out, so bear with me, but Madden 20 is on the mind. So yeah, you guys like, comment, subscribe, and then we could, you know, get into it. So we're gonna start off with the pros first. We're gonna go pros and then cons. I didn't get to play the beta as much as I did because I did have to work, but pros and cons. Let's start off with the pros. New scoreboard. Now this is something that I'm very excited about. Like, I know it doesn't make that big of a difference, but to me, I had a family member who came over, literally thought that I was playing the same game from 2 years ago, and he asked, man, why didn't you get the upgrade? Why didn't you get I think he was like, why didn't you get Madden 19 or something like that? And I'm like, this is Madden 19. He's like, it looks the same. That's awful. Even though Madden 19 introduced, I think it was Madden 19 that introduced the Frostbite engine. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that the Frostbite engine is a visual engine, and literally nothing changed visually. What? That makes no sense. But yeah, they changed the scoreboard. That's big for me because visuals, aesthetics literally mean a lot. And if you guys are somebody who play franchises a lot or play the CPU a lot, visuals might mean a lot more to you than they do to somebody who plays just comp. But yeah, scoreboard. Next on the list, Thomas Edward Brady. Now, the reason I'm bringing Tom Brady up, because in the beta, if you guys had it, you guys know that we can only choose 4 teams. If you played the beta when it first came out, there was a glitch where you could use any team. It just had to be like your favorite team. It was weird. But Tom Brady, this is honestly one of my biggest pros, because they made Tom Brady, who is a very slow quarterback, be amazing. Tom Brady is one of the best players in the game, and I absolutely love it. And this is coming from somebody who's a runner. Tom Brady is absolutely amazing. They gave him abilities that make him amazing. Dan Marino's gonna be relevant this year. Hopefully they drop a Peyton Manning. He's gonna be like, this is hope for the future, that slower players that are really good in the NFL are gonna be able to showcase that in Madden. And I cannot wait till launch to see if that actually comes to fruition, because Tom Brady is literally the GOAT. I'm a Peyton Manning fan, and Tom Brady is the GOAT, and they make him play like the best player ever in Madden 20, and in the beta at least, and I love that. Hopefully that can transfer over to the actual game, but we'll wait to see that. Now next, elite players play elite. Now if you guys have people who have really high zone, if you guys have people that have really high block shed, or if you got somebody with that's like 90 plus overall, they play to their overall. I know that's hard. I know that might be hard to believe because it was just the beta, but they play to their overall, and so far I love it. Most of the elite players in the game have the abilities, and the abilities they literally make them very good. Now I'm pretty much gonna crunch up the next 3 bulletins and into one. Now, elite players play elite. Elite pass rush and superstar abilities. You guys are gonna want superstar abilities on the D-line. If you guys played the beta, you know that Cameron Jordan and Aaron Donald both were absolute studs on the D-line because they have abilities that make them that way. Well, I'm not too sure on Cameron Jordan. I'm almost 100% sure that he does have one, but Aaron Donald was amazing in the beta. Like, literally, even against playing someone like Tom Brady, who has a superstar ability called Protector that boosts his O-line up, so pretty much he gets added protection. Even even through that, Aaron Donald will still get in like a 4-man rush. He still would come in and do his damage because it is Aaron Donald, one of the best players in the NFL, one of the most athletic big dudes in the NFL, possibly maybe of all time. Have you ever seen like his workout videos, dude? That dude is insane. But like I was saying, superstar abilities, Aaron Donald has them, and literally they just make good players play so much better, and you feel the difference. You feel the difference, and I love it. Next, ball trajectory. Now, if for those of you guys who don't know what trajectory is, when it comes to Madden or anything, it's the angle in which the ball travels. Like, so, like if you're throwing a ball, if you're throwing like a lob, the trajectory is gonna go like all the way up in the air, and then it's gonna drop down, and that's that angle. The angling is the trajectory. Now, why I consider this a pro is because there's no quarterback in the league who's dropping back 20 yards, throwing a 60-yard pass, literally lasered through for a dot. That just doesn't happen. There is a trajectory on the ball, and the best thing about this is linebackers can no longer just hover over the O-line and D-line and just hold triangle and intercept the pass like previous years. Like you have to your user has to be on point. You have to be making a play. Seam passes will be a lot better. You will have to make a play on the seam passes. You'll have to knock that ball out. You'll have to sit there and actually play the seam. You won't be able to sit there and just sit 10 yards underneath a route and be able to intercept that. And that's because of the ball trajectories. I love that. I feel like that's a very good addition to the game. Next, X factors. I know when they were announced, people were sitting there saying that X factors were OP as hell, but I'm here to tell you that they are not. Now, I don't know if they're going to add more X factors in the game, but as of right now, man, the pro reads one is amazing. As for somebody who's not that great of a passer, I ended up getting the pro reads one a few times, and literally I was not taking sacks. I was not throwing interceptions. It highlights the first person open, you dot them, and you're just quick. It's such a good, it's so fun to use too. Bazooka seemed like it was kind of useless, and I think those were the only two. Oh, and Stephon Gilmore had one, and his was defensively, and he honestly played lights out. But yeah, he's another elite player that plays elite, and I love it. Another pro, in my opinion, is the QB windups. Now, people are gonna have, this is gonna be tough to get used to, the QB windups, because they throw slow. Instead of them just zipping it out, they throw slow. I think it's a pro when it comes to a medium through long pass. They throw the ball very, very slow. Like they literally have to, they got to cock back to make a throw. And I honestly love that, because you can't just sit there and just, like, no one is throwing a 40-yard pass like this. Like, it's just not happening with perfect accuracy and everything. I think some QBs might be changed so that they can have a faster release, but as of right now, I think the QB windups are very, very good. Now, the last pro, I might be missing a few, but running has never felt so good. Well, there were times where running literally was kind of a glitch, but this is the smoothest running, the fairest running. Like the one cut 2.0, I guess, is literally the best that I've, like, it just feels amazing. Like the running just feels really, really good. And I think this is one of the biggest things that they could have added into the game, is like just smoothing that out and tuning that up so that the game feels really, really good right now. And it was just a beta. We still got 2 more months until the actual game comes out. I know not a lot is going to change, but still, that's a huge thing for us to have, is the game feeling smooth. Okay, now cons. There are non-ability players, and a lot of the times these non-ability players, even if they had like a decent overall, they pretty much were non-existent in the game. And for that, I feel like if I have a guy who's an 80 something overall, but he's got like 90 something finesse move or something like that on the D-line, he should be able to get a few sheds from time to time, like kind of, you know, more consistent, especially if I'm going up against a blocker who has no pass blocking. in that situation. Now block shedding, okay, he shouldn't be dominant in the run, no, but against the pass he definitely should be getting in for sheds, for, you know, for his finesse move to get inside the line, and sometimes it just didn't work like that. Now also, offensive linemen don't have abilities. I don't know if this is going to transfer over to the final copy of the game, but no offensive linemen have abilities, and I think that's messing with the balance of the game, because you do have, like I said, guys like Aaron Donald who have he has like 2 abilities and an X factor, and that X factor stays until you until you make a pass, like until you complete a certain amount of passing. But still, that is my O lineman. If he's sitting there pancaking you, he should end up getting an X factor. Like, that should be something that's in the game. Now, another con, in my opinion, and this is coming from a runner, Todd Gurley in the game. Yes, he's amazing in real life, don't get me wrong, and I know I praised Tom Brady for it, but the blocking, Todd Gurley has an outside run extra protection ability, where literally the running just seemed like it was super broken in some cases, where I was breaking out 80-yard runs, 70-yard runs, 60-yard runs as if it was my day job. It just didn't take a lot for me to do it, and I think that should be tweaked a little bit. This is coming from a runner, mind you. I hopped into the pistol playbook and was torching. Like it was, honestly, the run needs to be a little bit tuned, in my opinion, just to not make it so that people are running 300 yards a game, even though I'm somebody who would appreciate that. All right, next, broken inconsistent zones. Now, there was a debate on Twitter. This was like back and forth. I personally feel like some D-backs just didn't have the stats to combat certain things, but there are broken zones in the game that need to be fixed. Deep Blues, sometimes Deep Blues didn't play anything. Like, they literally just sat there like, hey, Macarena, and it just wasn't pretty. Like, I was getting like this cover 3 beater. You guys will be getting cover 3 beaters along the way this season, and literally I would just get over the top of a blue every single time, and it just, even if he was there to make a play, he would just kind of like, he wouldn't, but he'd try. It was the weirdest thing, but it was a touchdown almost every single time. And literally, that inconsistent zones is definitely a con that needs to be fixed, but it's Madden, and I don't think that they'll ever make a Madden with perfect zones. Also, cloud flats, it's the same thing as last year. Actually, cloud flats I think are worse this year. They don't guard a flat and they don't guard a corner. It's, what the hell do cloud flats do? Some people were complaining that hard flats didn't guard hard flats, but I had no problem with them. I don't know if it was just the players that I was using in those specific situations, but my hard flats were working. I had no issues with them. Another con is when you're passing, there is an ability that some of that some of the better quarterbacks have. When you're throwing, leading the ball, it always gets overthrown. People like Brady have it. And even with that negativity, Brady was still possibly the best player in the game. Excuse me. Brady was disgusting, but there is a bug in the game with one of the abilities, and he overthrows when you're leading a pass. Like, I think Breeze has it, Brady has it. I don't think Mahomes has it, but both Breeze and Brady were overthrowing a lot of passes because you can't really pass lead as much as you'd like to. Next, no time to adjust on defense. When you come straight out of the huddle, you're literally, boom, you're in the huddle. Like, you come out, there's no walk up like the game is doing right now. None of this happens. There's no walk up to it. You literally come through and you're at the line already. And I think that is something that needs to, I don't know, I kind of like the old feel, because when you're on defense, you have no time to adjust. You legit have a 3-second window to adjust. That means that, remember last year, if you guys have been subbed to the channel, you guys know that everything that happens in the game, you got to be good with quick adjustments. This year, that's the truest thing that I can tell you, is get good with quick adjustments, because it's going to be tough with only a 3-second window, especially with players like Tom Brady, who has conductor, where you could literally make as much hot routes as you possibly can without without having anything negative behind it. Like, you're just hot route, throw, and that's gonna mess a lot of people up. Next, slower QB windups. Now, I know before I said that this was a pro, but now this is a con, because when you're throwing like a 20 or deeper yard pass, okay, that makes sense, because, you know, you drop back in the pocket 5-10 yards. That means a 20-yard pass is going to be around 30 yards. That means that you're not going to sit there and just zip that through. But I shouldn't have to wait 40 seconds to throw a drag route, to throw a hitch route, to throw a quick out route. Like, I should be able to just zip that ball out there, especially if I have somebody like Aaron Rodgers or Patty Mahomes, who has some of the best zip on their throws ever. Like, they literally zip the ball in. They just, but even on drags, it takes a while. So if you guys have played the beta, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Even on short passes, they're like, and that's, hopefully they end up tuning that a little bit. But yeah, next, behind the back strips. Now, strips in general weren't that bad, but if you caught somebody from behind, if you caught a man from behind, pause, you're gonna strip him. Pause again. Holy crap. You're just, like, literally, you're gonna strip him. Like, anything from behind, if you caught up with a guy from behind, it's all pause. You're just gonna strip him. I'm on to the next. Awful runs. If don't run tosses, don't run any motion runs. If you guys were halfback wham bums, I'm sorry to tell you, but that is no longer the case. Those runs are awful this year. Tosses absolutely suck. They hike it, they hold the ball, and then they toss it. It's just, they're really, really bad. Another thing, QBs fumble on designed runs. And this, to me, was trash. Hopefully somebody like Cam Newton this doesn't happen with somebody like that. Or maybe there's going to be an ability that helps that out. Or maybe the stat, the rating of your carrying changes what type of ability you can put on your player, especially on like MUT or salary cap. Because I was running in the pistol playbook, and my Patrick Mahomes was fumbling every single time they pursued it on the running back. So obviously they pursue on the running back, you keep it with the quarterback, you run off, and next thing you know, you fumble as soon as you get touched. No hit sticks, no nothing. Hit sticks obviously were an automatic fumble, but if you got tackled, GG's, you were fumbling as if you were running out of the pocket. Next, pursuit angles are broken. AI pursuit angles, obviously if you're running after them yourself, you're good to go, but AI pursuit angles, they literally, like, you could be right behind them. Okay, let me tell you a situation. I was playing, it was Patriots. I caught a ball with Julian Edelman. Jonathan Jones. Julian Edelman has 86 speed in the beta. He had 86 speed. Jonathan Jones had 95 speed. Right behind me, could not tackle me. Pursuit angles, all that stuff, way too short. They definitely need to fix that, in my opinion. I'm just, that the chase down is really not pursuit angles. It's more of how they pursue, but both of them need to be fixed because the AI pursuit angles are kind of broken. That needs to be definitely fixed. Now, RPOs is one of the big things that they mentioned in the game, but there are weird, like, they're kind of broken. Like, there's penalties with the RPOs, and with the RPOs, sometimes when you hand them off, your quarterback keeps it. Sometimes when you keep it and then throw it, you get like a moving downfield violation. I forgot what the penalty is, but you get a penalty from time to time. It was like 40% of the time that I tried them, so I honestly just stopped. I stopped caring about the RPOs because honestly, it was, if it's gonna be broken right now, they should just, we should just tell them and they should fix it. But yeah, last but not least, the beta was too goddamn short. 2 days on the weekend. I work every weekend, and they put the beta out on the weekend for 2 days, and they shut it down at 12 o'clock. I ended up getting home 2 hours later, and, well, 2-3 hours later, and the beta was closed, so I couldn't do anything else with it. So this is what I ended up coming up with. This was my list that I came up with. If you guys have anything to add to these lists, pros, cons, neutrals, put them down in the comment section below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I know I talked a lot. I apologize, but you know, we will get into gameplay, but we got to be able to get gameplay first, because if we put out any gameplay we will be banned. We will be banned from the MCS. Apparently, we will be banned from everything, which kind of sucks. They should definitely have us open it so we can actually provide videos to developers and all that stuff of what's broken. But yeah, I think I've talked enough. You guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, man, we on the up and up for Madden 20, so definitely hold on to the channel, because we got some trash talk. CFM, I'm gonna try a CFM. CFM, cover 3 beaters, cover 4 blitzes, all that stuff, man. If you guys are new, subscribe, like, comment down below. Let's discuss. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, guys, peace.